What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Sports. It's Monday. We're talking Niners, Jaguars. Didn't end up exactly the way we wanted. But before that, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Come on in, guys. Let's talk a little bit about the Niners right now. And they finally faced a team with defense that is pretty top notch, and it didn't go well. But that's not why the Niners lost this game. The Niners are really feeling the injuries at this point, guys. Number one, Nick Bosa not being there was a huge factor in the Niners' defensive ability to get at the quarterback and ultimately stop the Jaguars from throwing the ball around the field indirectly. So that's a big thing. We also have injuries that just keep piling up. Ricky Purcell fell on his knee, and his agitated knee became more agitated during that game. We don't know what his status is going into the Rams game. I would suspect he's still going to play, but he's playing hurt. He's not injured, but he is playing hurt. And as we know, players can play hurt even if they're not injured, but they can't play at their top-notch ability, right? Juwan Jennings got hit catching a touchdown pass, and that again became an issue where he aggravated shoulder elbow issue from previously injured. So now is he going to be out on Thursday? I don't know, guys. I suspect those guys are going to play because we need them. We still are without George Kittle, and Brock Purdy probably had the worst game that I've seen him play in quite some time. He honestly doesn't look like he's ready to come back yet. Brock Purdy looks like a guy who's still hobbling a tiny bit. You could see him when he's walking on the field. It just doesn't look 100% right. I don't think that he should be back playing yet, but I do think he rushed back because he saw Mac Jones winning some games, maybe. I don't know. That spot is Brock Purdy's, period. He got paid. He's going to be the number one quarterback on this team when he comes back, whenever that is. It could be next week, it could be the week after, whatever it is, but he rushed that thing back, I think, a little bit too soon. His throws were clearly off. We had wide receivers missing passes, though, that were they were dropped. We had wide receivers that dropped balls a couple of times. Kendrick Bourne dropped 2 passes, one of which I guess I could give him a pass on, although I think he should have caught it. The second one towards the middle of the field, that would have basically put the Niners ahead, I think, or got them in that direction. They were moving down the field quite well. But on a 3rd and long, Kendrick Bourne dropped a pass that was, I think, a crucial moment in the game. And I think that might have changed the momentum just a little bit. So, guys, this Niner team didn't play well yesterday. There's not a lot of bright spots that I can think of. The special teams was not great. They let the Jaguars run a ball back for a touchdown on a kickoff return. Not great. So we're banged up right now, guys. The team is just not looking good. If I'm the Niners, I'm going out and looking for a trade for somebody that can come and boost that defensive line, because that is clearly a problem right now. We still got Mustafa out, who last year was just a breakout rookie looking to be just a monster for the future of the 49ers. We're still waiting for him to come back. We still need Brandon Ayuk back, which now, after watching reports, looks like it's delayed a little bit. It looks like Brandon Ayuk's not going to be back by week 6. It looks like it's more like he'll be back by week 9 or 10, I'm guessing. But there's conflicting reports there. For a couple of days, it sounded like he's not on track to be back by week 6, and then it became evident that maybe that report was wrong and that he is making good strides in coming back, but they didn't give a specific date, which still tells me it's delayed. So I can't guess it right now, guys. I don't know exactly where his conditioning is and when he's going to be ready to come back, but it won't be by week 6. I don't believe that. I think we're looking closer to week 8 or 9, maybe 7. I don't know. I'm thinking 8 or 9, maybe even 10 is when we might get Brandon Ayuk back at full speed. But we need him, guys. This is a team that is showing some weaknesses as of this last week. They need to bounce back against the Rams on Thursday, and that is going to be a tall task. This Rams team is a good Rams team. Okay? They're tied. They have the same record now. So this is for first place, guys. Thursday night football is going to be for first place. And I don't have a lot of confidence with the Niners going in playing the Rams that they're going to win that game. Definitely if they play the way they play against the Jaguars, they're not winning that game. Brock Purdy's got to lock it down or just sit it out and wait a couple more weeks until that turf toe is good to go. Because, guys, turf toe is not a joke. It is a serious thing. It can hobble players for their entire career once they get it. It's tough. It's really tough. And I would not want to see Brock Purdy have to manage turf toe his whole career, because that will obviously have an impact on his success. And right now it's showing, I believe, in the passes he threw in this game. He didn't look good. Maybe just knocking off rust from being out a couple games. It's possible. We'll see on Thursday what that looks like for him. I definitely think the turf toe is still bothering him, though. You can see it in the way he moves. He had clear opportunities in this game where there was nobody open to run the ball. He didn't run, and he usually runs. So, I mean, guys, this is all pointing at that turf toe is not 100% yet. It's not there. It's not there. So this team is super banged up again this year. Again. And by the way, that's Nick Bosa's second ACL tear. So are we looking at a guy that can come back next year and be the guy he was at all? He started off well this year under Saleh. I think he was getting back to the old Nick Bosa a little bit for sure. But, you know, I don't know what we're going to see, but that's a year away, guys. It's another year away. And I know out there, Niner fans like me are absolutely frustrated. By the way, I wasn't super excited about the play calling and the decision making, especially when you have the Jaguars back on their own 5 and you go ahead and accept a penalty, allowing them to have an extra down to throw the ball. I thought that was incredibly stupid on Shanahan's part. You just decline the penalty. They're already back on their own 5 or so. It didn't make any sense to give them another opportunity when they were moving the ball. And guess what? They scored on that drive, guys. I thought that was a bad decision. I'm not sure I liked a lot of Kyle Shanahan's decisions. He got away from the run quite a bit. I think he should have stuck with the run a little bit more. It was working. It just needed a little bit more time. Yes, they got stopped here and there. I didn't like the mix of plays, to be honest, just in general. I think that they were kind of predictable. When they got stopped, they just went to throwing the ball consistently 2 more plays in a row. You know, you run the ball on first, didn't work. Okay, I'm going to abandon the run, and I'm going to throw the ball. Which leads me to my next complaint about this Niner team. They never addressed the offensive line issue. Never. And that is a huge problem because now you don't have run protection, you don't have pass protection. Brock Purdy was kind of running for his life a little bit, the best he could on turf toe, but he had almost no time to throw the football most plays. And that, again, I don't understand the Niners' mentality in deciding they're going to ignore the offensive line issues just completely. It doesn't make any sense to me. I get this team wants to be defensively strong, and they usually are. This last defensive effort was not great. But again, you're missing Nick Bosa, which is a massive piece to miss. I've been a critic of Nick Bosa in the past because I feel like he hasn't performed. This year, I'm starting to realize it might have been defensive schemes that were holding him back, because I believe this year under Saleh, he was doing well. He was starting to become the old Nick Bosa. So maybe now I'm seeing that it's not Nick Bosa, but maybe it's the defensive schemes that were drawn up for him that didn't work out so great. Either way, guys, this is going to be a grind until we get all our guys back. This Niner team is going to be grinding through games until week 10, 11, 12, something like that. And if we're in the playoff hunt by then, will be fully strong and fully back, ready to go. Kittle, remember, 4 to 6 week injury. That doesn't mean he'll be back in 4 weeks. After the Rams game, that will be 4 weeks, technically, for him to come back. So will he be back the following Sunday? That gives him basically a week and a half. So Thursday coming up is the Niner game. Then obviously they don't have a game that following Sunday, but the Sunday after is their next game. It gives him roughly a week and a half to get Kittle back. Will he be back by then? Very good possibility. I'm hoping so. We need Kittle back badly. He is a beast on the offensive side, and he is a safety net for Brock Purdy because he can check down to Kittle, and Kittle will get you 10, 15 yards on a play, sometimes more. Juwan Jennings is not 100%. Pearsall is clearly not 100% with his knee. We're in trouble, guys. Brandon Ayuk is out until who knows when. Hopefully 8 or 9, but we'll see. We're in trouble, guys. This team is we're banged up. We're banged up bad. If we can get a few wins along the way, it's great. Good news is we're winning all of our divisional games, and if we can pull out a win against the Rams on Thursday, as beat up as we are, that's a huge win. That's a huge win because that's going to keep us in first place within the division. And then going forward, we'll analyze it as we go, guys. But there's not a lot to be proud or happy about from yesterday's game. I'm pretty pissed off in some of the decision making by the coaches. I'm pretty pissed off in the option to play Brock Purdy when clearly Brock Purdy was not ready to play yet. I think that I would have held him out until Thursday against the Rams, like I was talking about in my previous podcast. We didn't do that. Played on Sunday, stunk it up. What can I say? There's some rust there. There's also a guy with turf toe. And when you're throwing off your back foot a lot with Brock Purdy, but it doesn't matter. Whether you're throwing off your back foot because you're being rushed or whether you're throwing off your front foot and firing the ball in, you've got turf toe. You can't do that very well anymore. It just isn't going to happen. And it was clear to me yesterday that that's a big part of why he was missing his passes, most likely. Most likely. It's definitely not talent. We know Brock Purdy is accurate. We know he can throw the football. Something is off, right? And what's off is that turf toe's not ready yet. It's not gone. It's not gone. He's not healed. And he felt the heat from Mac Jones, who was doing pretty well, and said, I need to get back in right now. And he did. And, I think Mac Jones would have had a better game than Brock Purdy yesterday, considering Brock Purdy's not 100%. Got to do what's right for the team, what's best for the team, guys. We're Niner fans. We're not fans of players as much as we are fans of the 49ers. Brock Purdy is a future, no doubt in my mind, but don't rush it back. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this episode. Let's keep up on the 49er football. We're going to have another 49er podcast on Friday because the game is on Thursday. So we'll talk Friday and see if we can talk about a rebound game or talk about what happens if we do lose that game and where we go from there. It's clear we need players back and we need them healthy. And it's clear we need to get through that Thursday game to get this team a week and a half of good rest and prepare for the next one. If they can get that win, great. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. But we need to get a win here or there just to keep us in playoff contention until we get fully healthy and fully loaded. And we also need to go out there and maybe boost that defensive line. I think there's a trade in the future. There's a lot of teams that are already feeling like they're not going anywhere this year. New York Giants, Miami Dolphins, to name a couple. It's very, very early, but those teams don't look like contenders in any way, shape, or form, so they might be sellers. Carolina might be a seller, so we go out there and take a look at what defensive linemen they might be willing to sell. That's my thoughts. Wednesday, Warrior Wednesday, guys. Let's talk Warriors on Wednesday because we got a new member of the Warriors, Al Horford. What does that mean for Jonathan Kuminga? Well, I think that's the writing on the wall. That's a big F you, Jonathan. Sign your contract. or we're going to trade you. Most likely we're going to trade you. You don't want to be here. You're throwing a tantrum like a child, and we don't need that on this team. We need championship pedigree. Jonathan Kuminga is not a focal point of any basketball team. And if he becomes one, that basketball team is not a contender and not a very good team. He needs to understand his place in the NBA and his role on this team. He can be a better player, much better player than he is now. He is never going to be the leader of a team. That's my opinion. I can watch basketball and see it. I've been watching Jonathan Kuminga. I've seen every Warrior game minus 5 or 6 in the last 4 years. I've seen him play every game, and the guy is not improving at the speed that we need him to improve at. And it doesn't matter how young he is right now. At this point, he's been on the team long enough. There should have been some steps taken forward. Adding tools to the tool belt, right? Just going downhill and dunking the ball and drawing a foul is not enough. You have to have a shot. You have to be able to play some defense. Steve Kerr's defense and offense demands quick movements, good shooting, good defense, a lot of ball passing. It takes a lot to understand the offense, and if you don't get it, by now you can see he doesn't get it or doesn't want to do it. Either way, it's bye-bye Jonathan Kuminga, I believe. Look for the Kings to make that trade soon. The talks are still there with the Kings, so I'm going to be looking out for that in the next week or so. I just got a feeling that might be the place. Otherwise, guys, thank you again. Remember, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, keep watching here. Sideline Barrier Sports. And remember, guys, hard work beats talent when talent don't work. I'm going to keep working for you. You keep watching. We'll keep talking football and basketball. Get some baseball in there next year maybe. And, see you in the next one.